reduce my wastage from 10 to 8%, then maybe I can work. Then to do 200 products, what is the infrastructure that you need? Are you going to work one shift or two shifts? The same infrastructure. So these are some of the questions. This forward and backward iteration helps you answer. And after you are able to answer all those questions, then you come to the end of it when you are able to, with about 85% accuracy, come to avail of your financial plan. And the last one is your risk evaluation. What are the risks? I've made a financial plan now. What are the things that can affect me in implementing this plan? What are the factors that can cause things to go out of track? So you look at, I'll come back in detail to the risk evaluation. And then of course, each of your body that you have detailed in the body, each item must be corroborated with your appendix. Maybe if it is the product you're talking about, you have a photo of your product. If you have a market, maybe you have a graph, or you have a study done, or you have data collected which says what is the market. More accurate data. And then if it is your selling price, maybe how you have decided, maybe you have the competitors' selling prices, what are they selling at, what is the retail price, what is the wholesale price, so maybe you have some kind of an analysis of that. Then you have your production. If you have your production, maybe you have a layout plan, and you have a location where you are going to be located, why you have chosen that location, what is the advantage? Is it a subsidy area? Is it a governmental audit shed? Is it a, I'm talking of manufacturing. You can apply the same thing for services also. Services, whether are you going to be in an incubators to start with? Are you going to be close to, some other similar people? Being in a similar people, will it add to your competition, or will it add to collaboration and cooperation? So these are some of the things you have to justify in your appendices. Next. So each of these, I have said, when you go through what it should contain, we will be putting this up on the net for you. So if you don't have time to copy it, you will get a copy of this for yourselves. We'll either get FKCCI to send you an email or to put it up on the net so that you can download it and use it. So I've just very briefly said what it should contain. I would like to use, I would like you all to use your discretion when doing this. Just because we've given what it should contain, all of you don't use the same thing and we will get some 150 identical looking, business plans. That shouldn't happen. You need to be able to use your discretion and intelligence to modify some of these things to your own requirement. Like what we have put for manufacturing may not apply for a service. But since I don't know how many are in manufacturing and how many in service, we've just put all the factors that are relevant. Feel free to leave out what does not apply to you. If there is something that you think should apply to you which does not figure, add it on. Doesn't matter. Use your discretion. Use your intelligence. Okay? These are just some of the rough ones that we have taken. Table of contents. Executive sheet, I've said, it's a 1 or 2 page summary. It's one of the most important features of your business plan. Make sure it should have punch. Just reading your summary, people say, wow. It should give that wow effect. It should be that, yes, I want to support this. This boy is really clever. This girl is really clever. What a project. This is worth supporting. Or maybe they get a feel that, yeah, good idea. We'll still yet to see whether it's good project or not, but still good idea worth supporting. And then there are, well, I don't think this will work. That should not be the feeling. So it should give that wow factor. Body of the plan, you go into the company and the industry. What is your company? Is it a proprietary concern, partnership concern? Is it an LLP partnership, which we now have a new one called LLP, Limited Liability Partnership? Is it a company shareholding with company shareholding? What kind? Private limited company? So decide what should it be. Then product or service. What is your product? What exactly is your product? If it is an app that you have developed, who is going to use that app? Is it a paid one? Is it a free one? Is it a free download? Is it going to be supported by ads? How are you going to generate it? So those details should come under the product or the service. And then your market analysis, we already spoke about that. Then based on the market analysis, your detailed marketing plan. Based on your marketing plan, everything has to develop. Marketing plan is the basis for your business plan. Don't go from how much you can produce. You may be able to produce the moon, but is the market able to take it? If you produce and keep it as dead stock and are not able to sell it, it is of no use. So your marketing plan has to decide your first year or first 1.5 years of your project has to get decided by your marketing plan. And don't be too ambitious to produce too many items, because after you put into the market, within 1 or 2 months, you will start getting feedback. It will be better if this is there, if you may have to tweak your product a bit to get it into its final form. And that would be really the ones that I think, I don't know if evening you're meeting this person, people from Redbus, people from Book My Show. These are all companies which developed their products and they had to tweak it in the first few months of operation to finally get to what their product needs to be.